Hello everyone, this is Nivedita Janardhan sharing you about the information about microorganisms. Let us first see what are microorganisms. Microorganisms are very small organisms which can be visible only through a instrument called as microscope. It means these are not visible to our naked eyes. Microorganisms can also be called as microbes. They can be unicellular or multicellular. The study of microorganisms is also called as microbiology. Microorganisms are discovered by Antony van Leeuwenhoek. He first observed the living cell called bacteria. He is also known as the father of microbiology. Now, let us see how microorganisms are classified. They are classified as virus, protozoa, bacteria, algae, and fungi. Let us see each one of them. Firstly, let us discuss about bacteria. Bacteria is very small microorganisms. These bacteria are prokaryotic cells. Their size of bacteria could range up to 1 to 10 micrometers in their length. They have no cytoplasmic organelles and their nucleus is not particularly defined. Their cell wall may be surrounded by capsule. Also, the movement in bacteria is possible because of flagella. Based on different shapes of bacteria, they are divided and got some particular names. When the shape of the bacteria is round or spherical, they are called as coccus bacteria. Example: Monococcus, Diplococcus, Staphylococcus, etc. Similarly, when the shape of the bacteria is rod or cylindrical, it is called as bacillus, like Bacillus, palisades, and etc. When the shape of the bacteria is curved shape or comma shape, it's called as Vibrio or Spirilla. So this was about the bacteria. Now let us see the next microorganism called as algae. Algae are green color pigments which are found in stagnant water. Algae are eukaryotic organisms. They have no root, stems, or leaves. The plant body of algae is thallus and they are avascular. It means they don't have any conducting tubules in their body. Algae can be multicellular or it can be unicellular. Unicellular algae occur most frequently in water, especially in plankton. Phytoplankton is the population of free-floating microorganisms composed primarily of unicellular algae. Now, let us see the other microorganism called as protozoans. Protozoans are microscopic animals. Few of them are visible with unaided eyes. The shape of them could be spherical, amoeboid, ovoid, spindle, cup-shaped. The body of protozoans is cellular. They are differentiated into ectoplasm and endoplasm. The nutrition of protozoan is followed by holozoic mode of nutrition. They could be halophytic or could be saprophytic. The locomotion in protozoan is possible with the help of pseudopodia, flagella or cilia. Protozoans are of two types of nucleus. It could be macronucleus or it could be micronucleus. Now let us see about the other microorganism called as virus. Virus is a non-living cell, and these are not exactly made of any cells. They don't have any organelles or cytoplasm. They can't even carry out metabolic process such as metabolism and homeostasis. They do not grow through cell division. They can't reproduce outside their cell host. So, for the virus to be alive, they need host cells. Also, host cells they need to reproduce. Here are few examples of virus given. They are HIV, hepatitis, Ebola virus and many. Now let us see the other microorganism called as fungi. Fungi can be found in various places like air, water, basement, gardens, foods and toes. It can be unicellular or multicellular. Unicellular, we find most of it given the regular example as yeast. Multicellular are made up of hyphate red-like filaments. That is, whenever you close a food in a tight packed container, after few days, when we observe a white color thing formed in it, it's nothing but the fungi. Fungi have a cell wall composed of chitin. It's also called as exoskeleton. Let us see some harmful microorganisms. Harmful microorganisms of them, let us see the detailed or some particular disease causing microorganisms. For the protozoa, the disease causing is malaria is a disease caused with the infection mode, that is with the help of female Anopheles mosquito. Bacteria causes the disease like cholera and tuberculosis, and it passes its infection through water or food. Fungi causes the diseases like ringworm and tinea, and the method of infection is through physical contact or sharing of a towel. Virus produces a disease like AIDS, common cold, hepatitis, dengue fever, and the mode of infection is through blood transfusion, sexual contact, or it could be through air, blood transfusion, sharing of contaminated needles, and dengue fever is actually because of the virus but can be passed through the female Anopheles mosquito. Now let us see how microorganisms acts as useful to human. People use microorganisms for the food and medicine. For the food, when you observe the process of fermentation in idli, dosa, dhokla and all, the taste what we observe in the food is because of the fermentation process. It occurs only because of the microorganisms. The milk converts into curd only because of microorganisms. Many antibiotics which are produced are because of microorganisms which can be observed in the drug industry, or that is nothing but in the medicines. Now to see how microorganisms plays the important role in ecosystem. They play the important role in decomposing. Unless the microorganisms helps in decomposing, the nutrients are not received by the soil, and the recycling of the nutrients couldn't have been possible without the microorganisms. So we have seen how the microorganisms can be harmful and how they are useful, and we have also studied what are the different types of microorganisms. Thank you for watching me. Please like and subscribe.